Good morning. Starting the day off with 15 push-ups. Gonna end the day with 15 push-ups. Maybe I'm only gonna do 10 per hour though. Almost forgot to do my last 15. This is tough today. This is day 2. That's 85, 2 days in a row. A little sore. It's gonna be a fun week. So that was 90 push-ups today, which is 5 more than I have the rest of the week. I'm feeling very sore. I'm ready for ready for the 6-pack. Where is it? Anyway, keep going, just chugging along. Made it 18 hours as well, again for intermittent fasting. Tomorrow's another day. $90. Again. 85, 85, 85, 90, 90. I'm working there. Next week we'll do 100 every day. But tomorrow is the DEXA scan. Curious, nervous, embarrassed about the potential results. So why did I choose a DEXA scan? Well, they're the most accurate. This will hopefully help me not focus and obsess on the number on the scale and instead refocus my thought on body composition. I kind of don't want to show you these results. It is embarrassing, but let's do it. On my episode 0, I mentioned that I thought about this over a year ago, and that's what this number is. 11/21/19, I was 30%, right on the dot, body fat. I'm 32% body fat. 32%. There's a total mass, a couple pounds less, fat tissue, 75 pounds versus 81 pounds, as you can see right now. Lean tissue, had a little bit more muscle mass, like 4 pound, almost a 4 pound difference. Oh, surprise, surprise. From a year ago, I have less muscle mass and more fat. I wonder if you do too. 2020, COVID, pandemic, stay-at-home orders. Have 81 pounds of fat. Let's just call it, I'm gonna drop 40 of those this year. Hopefully increase the lean tissue, and I might not lose all of that weight, but I'm losing 40 pounds of fat, that's for sure. Now, as you can see in the picture here, they cut off my left arm because I was kind of too wide to stay within the scan area. They basically said that's not gonna make too much of a difference. When that happens, they copy the right arm to the left arm. I'm gonna skip over this section for right now because it's really referencing people that get DEXA scans at Body Spec, and they admitted that most people who get this are in incredible shape already, who keep track of these results. So most people that are getting frequent scans are in great shape. But this at the bottom is pretty important. It gives you this regional assessment, which I found pretty enlightening. It tells you your arms, your legs, trunk, gynoid, android. Now, no one knows what that is really, right? Android is the lower abdominal region, and the gynoid is the fat that's concentrated in the hips, the upper thighs, and the butt. The trunk incorporates both of those. The trunk is basically chop off your arms and legs, your torso essentially, through the pelvis. All that to say is I have 55 pounds of fat in my torso. So this is where I'm targeting. This is the area. I think with whatever exercise I do, my arms and legs might take care of themselves, but no beans about it. 55 pounds of fat tissue in my trunk. That's not healthy. A couple things on the second page I really want to dwell on for a second. One is my resting metabolic rate. This is basically if I'm lying in bed, this is my organs, my brain. That's what I need, basic bare minimum of calories. If you eat below that number, yeah, you're going to lose weight really quickly, but my body's going to be really fighting that. And I don't want to go into too much of a deficit because I want this, again, I sound like a broken record, but I want this to be sustainable and I want to do this for good and real this time. I need to eat roughly 2,000 calories a day just for base function. But really what's important long-term health-wise is this VAT, which stands for visceral adipose tissue. Now that is the fat that lines your organs, not just the fat that's right underneath the skin, but that's right next to your organs. Now there's healthy fat on your body, but there's not any healthy VAT on your body. And as you can see, I have 6.38 pounds of fat around my organs. That's really bad for long-term health. And also the tricky thing about VAT is it doesn't just go away with exercise. Diet does contribute to its loss, but there's many other factors that come into play. Diet, genetics, stress levels, and sleep. I've had conversations with my job and things have pulled back a lot. So I'm hoping that going forward, I know going forward, I've made a commitment that my health and physical fitness is jumping up on the priority list. And so I'm hoping that I can see a massive trend of losing that VAT as well. It's going to be harder to lose than the skin surface fat. Bone density report, it's not really important to break down. I'm in a healthy range. That's cool. Going down to the bottom of the page, it gives the balance report, how much fat I have in my right arm, left arm, lean muscle mass. Now, I mentioned they cut off my left arm in the scan, so they just kind of duplicated my right and left. So that's why it says it's exactly 4.4 fat in left and right, and lean mass 11.3, 11.3. Differences between 2 pounds usually means you had an injury at some point. You need to really work on that imbalance. But as far as that goes, I am pretty balanced. Thankfully, they did take some pictures, so I'm going to have some good pictures for hopefully change. You can see here, I got little chicken legs, but they're fairly lean for the most part. I do have some weight to lose in my thighs, my upper thighs. Overall, I'd like to build my legs a little bit bigger. Get a little bit more booty too. Maybe that booty won't look quite as small when I drop the 50 pounds out of my torso. Now the next few pages of the report, I'm not going to dwell on those really, because it's really comparing and contrasting between different results. So maybe in the future I'll go over these so we can see the change. It's taking my DEXA scan from over a year ago and now comparing it to now. And I don't want that to be the baseline. I want the newer one to be my baseline because, like I said, I had this idea over a year ago and I didn't stick to it. We're sticking to it this year. Just to keep it honest and measurable, according to my Fitbit, this was outside of my push-ups. This is what it looks like. Not great, very little activity. As you can see, I tried to make up for it on Sunday after I got the results of the DEXA scan, but that doesn't change the fact that I work in this chair on a computer most days, and doing push-ups has been helpful. I'm noticing my form and my strength already is improving. Next week I'm implementing squats, so I'm going to do 100 push-ups and 100 squats per day, as well as implementing OMAD. We'll talk about that though next week. Thanks. This was Death to Dad Bod, week 2.